There are actually way more snakes around than you realize. So what Mr. Snake Hunter and I are going to do is drive around Diamond Creek, see if we find snakes, and then I'm going to show them to you. And so this is one of the biggest reasons people don't see snakes. There they are, hidden on the side of the road, blending in perfectly, and unless you're looking for them, you've got no idea they're even there. They want to leave you alone, you leave them alone. Fifth most venomous snake in the world, but you give it its space and it will just go on its merry way. So I've just found another one on the side of the road just here. And there it is just there. And this is another eastern tiger snake called eastern tiger snake because it's found in the eastern part of the country. And a tiger snake, well, it's got stripes like a tiger. Again, now I've got my hook for my own safety, but I don't have any intention to interfere with a wild snake. It's just moving away from me every chance it gets. These guys, they're quite fast movers, but over a long distance, they're actually quite slow. So I saw another one just on the side of the road here. Let me just see if I can find him again. Where's he gone? There he is, right there. There's the back of his tail, just right there, hiding. Now, he's just hiding in the grass or next to the tree, and if you were to just change direction, off he goes and disappears. So our little mate just popped out again, and when he thought I disappeared, and there he is there. So I actually got bitten by an eastern tiger snake just like this. The venom went straight into my veins. He bit me straight on the vein, and I was clinically dead in 8 minutes. Now, what happened when I was in hospital is the neurotoxins from the tiger snake basically shut down my nervous system. I was in incredible pain and I began to vomit. I was having severe headaches. All the neurological symptoms were happening. At the same time, it was destroying my red blood cells. So as I was breathing in oxygen, I was breathing out oxygen, and I was actually suffering, and my oxygen sats went down to 50%. And finally, the worst thing that happened in hospital was I actually got cut while I was in hospital, and I began to bleed out. They've got a very powerful anticoagulant in the toxin, in the venom, and what happened was I began to bleed out, and I need 35 bags of plasma to keep me alive. Basically my skin turned grey and I was near dead. So I'm often asked, how do I find snakes? Ever since I was a little kid, I used to just pick them up and I had no idea they were even dangerous. I drive along, I see tiger snakes. Most of the time I just say nothing because I don't want to upset the people around me or that people know there's a tiger snake crawling around. But there are way more snakes around and you have no idea that they're even there. And it just goes to show, even though they're deadly, they're not dangerous as long as you leave them alone. So it appears we found another tiger snake just here. If you zoom down, he's just crawling around and it's not too far away from where we found the other one. They could have been a mating pair, you never know. Sometimes people say where there's one tiger snake, there's two. That's rarely true, but it can be true at this time. So we've actually found 7 snakes just driving around Diamond Creek, just in the local area tonight. It's probably too late to continue, but it gives you an idea of how often I can find snakes just driving around town. If you look for them, they're there, but they'll leave you alone, which is why most of the time people have no idea that tiger snakes are even around them. Be sure to stay tuned and subscribe and check out my other videos about the beautiful snakes here in Australia.